I'm just curious, like what got you into learning integration or MuleSoft?
I guess they made me do it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today, we are back with podcast number 2. Shubham and I have been trying to bring you new content related to MuleSoft and Salesforce every single week. So today, we have a very special guest with us, a MuleSoft author and MuleSoft advocate, and a very interesting person in general. Please welcome Alex Martinez.
Hello.
Welcome, Alex, to our channel. Would you care to introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Yeah, sure. I am Alex Martinez. I am a developer advocate at Salesforce or MuleSoft. I have been in the community for some years now. I was a meetup leader. I was a MuleSoft ambassadress along with Akshata. And now I'm working for Salesforce.
Wow, that's awesome.
Awesome journey.
When did you start your journey, if I may ask, Alex, with MuleSoft?
Well, I got certified on 2017.
Wow.
And that same year. So first I did the certification and then I started working as a MuleSoft developer. So I started the same year.
Right.
And then on 2018, I became MuleSoft meetup leader for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
I'm just curious, like what got you into, learning integration or MuleSoft?
I guess they made me do it.
Okay.
I was working as a consultant, and you
Right.
know how consultancies are. I was a
Right.
Java developer, and there was
Okay.
no job for a Java developer because I was kind of a newbie.
Right.
So they are like, well, there's this thing called MuleSoft. It's supposed to be like Java, so why don't you try it? It was nothing like Java, but I still had fun.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
let me ask you a different question. What made you stay with MuleSoft and integration in general?
Because it was easier than Java.
Right.
So
No,
much
that's true.
easier.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's definitely true. Cool. And the first integration platform you worked on was MuleSoft, or did you work on different integration platforms as well?
No, because I was trying to just get something else besides the Java role. I tried doing a little bit of TIBCO, but not the whole integration, just like the EMS part, like very specific thing. And I didn't like it at all. But then they also didn't get me the job for EMS. So I just went to MuleSoft and I tried it out, and that had a lot more roles. So I got into a role with MuleSoft.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
When you started MuleSoft, you were using Mule 3, or then at that time Mule 4 was there?
Mule 3, yeah.
Mule 3.
I think Mule 4 came in 2019 or 2018, right?
Technically, it started in 2018, but it was super buggy. So we didn't actually use it until maybe 2019 or 2020. We started actually using it in projects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know for me, my first integration platform was Web Methods.
Yeah.
And I was doing like on-prem integration. And my boss, he mentioned, just as you, I was also working in a consulting firm. He said, you need to learn MuleSoft. It's so much better. So that's how I got my first certification as well. And I was quite impressed with the, platform, as well as, one button you can deploy to Cloud Hub. That was super cool at that time. So I guess it seems like everyone was forced to do MuleSoft, but like I think it went well for us, I guess, for all of us.
Yeah.
Right. Ismi, tell me about you. Like you started with the Web Methods too, or was it something else?
So a very less known fact about Shubham and I, we both started working at the same company.
Right.
We both studied together, our masters. Right. And then we both were working at the same company. We got hired at the career fair.
Right.
And we both were pushed into this. I think we have exact same trajectory up until 2021, right?
Yes. But like you are more senior than me, so I don't know.
No, it's not that. It's just that how things ended up. But yeah, we both started there.
Right.
I think we both got certified for the first time around the same time. We were trying not to do it. Because we were so new at everything integration, or at everything, the jobs and everything. We were like, we don't understand. At least I was like that. I don't understand completely why do we use integration? What is the real life, connection to it? It was so super difficult for me. I was working and developing in software AG for almost more than a year, and I still asked my team lead, whatever I'm doing, how is it impacting the actual business? What is the real life scenario connection? I don't get it.
Right.
And they were very nice to tell me, but it's been a journey.
Yeah. Was it similar to you, Alex, as well? Like, or like you were straight from the beginning, you understood everything and it was like easy for you? I wanted to ask that.
Yeah, I kind of was working with APIs when I was the Java developer, so I had a little bit of understanding what APIs were and how integrations were. I was not doing integrations, but I kind of understood the concept. And I think, I don't know if it was like a small project or something, but I could kind of see how like I was transforming stuff and putting it from one data format to another data format. So I kind of did understand the goal of it. It was just new to me.
Okay, that's interesting. And what's your background, if I may ask? Like, so you did computer engineering and then you got yourself a job as a consultant doing Java, using Spring Boot, I guess.
Actually, no, it was like pure Java, which was hell.
Okay.
But I did a lot of things before. I am a software engineer, and I don't know, I did like PHP. I was QA at some point. I did Visual Basic at some point. So I don't know. I tried like different programming languages. I ended up liking Java, and they kind of told me like you have to stick to a path. You cannot like do this anymore.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Java is fine. But then I tried MuleSoft, and I'm like, well, can I change again? Like, because this one looks cooler. And now here I am.
Perfect. That's
so starting from being a Java developer and trying your hands on all the different suites, today you advocate for MuleSoft. How is it different to what you do today? I mean, your journey from there to here. Would you care to tell us?
I feel like I don't get that many challenges. For example, with DataWeave, I do, but like pure DataWeave code, it's super challenging for me and I like it. But if I'm not doing DataWeave code and if I'm doing like the whole flow and the integration and everything, I don't feel like that's very challenging for me because it's just like configuring stuff and it's mainly knowing what you're going to do, but not really mentally challenging for me. So I do miss that part a little bit because every day on a programming language is kind of mentally challenging because you have to know what you're doing and you have to do performance tests or whatever. So that's why I enjoy the DataWeave side a lot more.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I think for when you go to overall holistic approach of creating your applications with the flows, it's more on the architectural side and that like to that aspect of development and coding, but on DataWeave it's just more developer-centric challenges, and you can do anything. I mean, it's just open source, amazing language, powerful tool that was given to us. So I understand that.
And I wanted to understand this title a bit more. You're a MuleSoft advocate, right? So is that basically you are developing and you take client projects, or you just advocate about people using more MuleSoft? If you can elaborate about your job description, I think viewers would be interested to know that.
Yeah, so I'm a MuleSoft developer advocate. Basically, I advocate for you because you are the developers that use MuleSoft.
Right.
So basically, you are kind of my clients. So I try to create content for you. Right. So it is easier for you to use MuleSoft, to develop with MuleSoft, to try the new things like Endpoint Code Builder, Flex Gateway, or stuff like that. Whatever is coming new, I'm supposed to try it out before you try it. So I kind of know like what is the issue that you're gonna have, or what kind of content do I have to create because it's not on the docs or stuff like that. Right. So I am really advocating for you. So every time that you feel that there's some content gap, you can tell me. I can talk to the community to see like if anyone else wants to create it, or I can just try to create it on my own, or basically just creating content for you to make your lives easier.
Oh, nice. And your content sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I had a follow-up question. So this content can be anything from you. We've seen you all over the LinkedIn and Twitch community, but do you also do documentation that is there from MuleSoft, like official documentation? Do you also take care of implementing and enhancing that, or is it just more towards personalized real-life experience scenarios that you're doing on Twitch and maybe writing blogs or other documentation?
I am mainly focused on creating blog posts or videos, including like live streams. I can enhance the docs, but it's mainly like a community member, same as you would do, like you go to edit in GitHub and follow all of that path. I do not work with the docs team because there's a whole team for the docs. Okay. So I do not work with them. I could if I see like there's something really wrong, which I have done, and I just talk to them and tell them the feedback, and they just take care of it, but not my job, basically.
Okay. So which department does your job title come under? I mean, it's such a unique combination of, marketing and development and strategizing. So I'm just curious, where does it come under? What is it like as a whole? I think there are so many domains to your role today.
So you want to know what is what type of role is it?
What type of role it is, and what department does it come? Is it a product-based role? Is it a marketing-based role, or a developer-centric role? Because I think you do get a hands-on, but you also are sort of doing the marketing and strategizing. So it's a very curious role.
Yeah, I used to be under marketing, but it changed this year. So this year I was actually moved, all of my team was actually moved to actually developer relations. So it's a whole other branch, which is not in marketing, not in engineering. It's its own branch. Because the problem with being under engineering or under marketing is that people kind of want to tell me what to write about. So if I'm in marketing, people want me to write about the new stuff and the new products and forget about anything else. And if I'm in engineering, people want me to write very deep use cases that no one is using. So it's better to have our own branch so we can actually define our own priorities, and we can take feedback from marketing, be like, for example, ACB is coming up. Yes, we can try to do some stuff about it, but it's not going to be the whole thing that we're going to do. We have other priorities as well, like CI/CD or Dataweave or Runtime Fabric or whatever. So yes, that's basically how it's structured.
Nice. So we can always put in requests with you to cover new content or whatever we are struggling with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, talking about Salesforce, I wanted to know, like, since Salesforce is huge, right? More than 80,000 employees working. How do you guys work as a machine? Like, how is it difficult talking with like various stakeholders from multiple, departments, or is it like streamlined in a way that you need to raise a ticket maybe to talk to that person, or you can simply Slack them? How does that work, like in Salesforce? Just curious to know.
It depends on what it's about. For example, if I want to talk to community, I know them already. I can just Slack Sabrina or Mariana or whoever, so it's fine. Or if I want to talk to marketing, because I was in marketing, I already know them, so I can just Slack them. That's fine. But for example, I don't know if I have an issue with my payroll or something like that, I have to create a ticket and they will get back to me through the ticket or whatever, like more bureaucratic kind of stuff. Otherwise, I can just talk to my manager or to whoever I need to talk to in Slack.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And when you joined Salesforce, did you join as a MuleSoft advocate, or was it a different title you joined as?
No, it's always been a developer advocate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. And like, did you face any obstacles, because since you were a part of MuleSoft, right, and it was acquired by Salesforce, like, did you face any difficulties maybe? Because maybe like people saying, you're from MuleSoft, you're not a Salesforce employee. I also saw like some of the emails are different, right? And they still exist for MuleSoft as well. So is it still a different entity, or now you guys are like one Salesforce?
When I joined, we were already part of Salesforce, but we were not really treated like Salesforce. We were treated like an external entity, as you say. But it all changed this year with the reorganization and everything. It also changed that. So I actually use my Salesforce email now, not my MuleSoft email.
Oh, nice. That's good. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So like everyone is being treated equally, so that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Alex, a question for you. How can our viewers and people out there become a part of MuleSoft community? Since you've spoken about it, it's extensive. We are a part of it, but tell us a step-by-step easy guide how they can be a part of it.
I would say the first would be to attend one of your local meetups or one of the online meetups, like the online English, online Spanish, the Winning Mule, whichever is more interesting for you. You can just try it out. You can go to your actually like in-person meetup to meet other muleys, and that will kind of get you started on what are these people talking about, what is the format that they use for the slides or whatever. It will give you more context on what the community is. Then I would say if you are already a muley, you can try becoming a meetup leader in one of the meetups if it's required, or if there's no meetup in your city, then you can just create one, which is also cool. If that doesn't apply, then you can just start by being an individual contributor, creating articles, videos. Even if you're a newbie, you can just start creating, like, I don't know, what issues you got when you were installing Anypoint Studio or something like that. It seems like there's already a lot of content about everything, but any content you create is going to be unique to you. So it's always going to be a new format, even if all of them are videos, all of them are articles. There's also going to be like a twist that you give as your own content. So I would encourage to still create some content about it, even if it's already out there. Just don't copy it. Just create it on your own. And that will kind of get you into the path to become a mentor or an ambassador. So yes.
The one thing I would like to add here, since like we are also very new to MuleSoft community, I feel MuleSoft community is very welcoming because they accept you as is, and your opinions matter, which I think is super cool to have that in any community. And as you mentioned, that you can create a unique self, which is, I guess, super important for every individual, I believe. That like MuleSoft community helps you to do that. So that is pretty cool. So that is my takeaway as well, being part of this community. It's super fun. And, you get to meet great people, great individual contributors as well. So that's just awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I go there for whatever technical questions and, wherever I'm stuck with, because they're so talented and so much more experienced than I am. that I always find my answers in the community. I don't have to like, just keep on stressing myself over something which I don't know. I can always ask help. And I think that's the best part.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, Alex, we met for the first time in Dreamforce. It was, I think, all of our first Dreamforce that we attended.
Right.
So let's reminisce memories about the Dreamforce, no? So what was your experience? How did you like it?
It was overwhelming. But it was nice to meet all of you. I hadn't met anyone. I think only Sabrina Marshall. Yes. And maybe Manik. I don't remember. He says that I met him, but I don't remember. And Edgar as well. But I don't remember. So I am just sure about Sabrina Marshall. The rest of you all, I hadn't met at all. So it was always funny because all the time people were coming to me like, hey, Alex. And I'm like, and you are?
Who are you?
And then like, yeah. And then like, Ismet. And then, okay, yeah, yes. Like I can relate now the name to the person. But I never saw the person. And I'm like, who are you again? And then until I heard the name, it made sense. That was very funny.
I think on your Twitch and on LinkedIn MuleSoft Community, you're there almost every other day. You see all those names, but for us as viewers, we feel like we know you personally and we have already connected with you. So it's so easy. Like for us, it's like we know each other, and I think it's for you as well. But it's just you know us more on the naming basis, and we just know your face because you're there every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. So, like, did you attend some of the sessions, Alex? Did you get a chance, or you were busy with
I was very
volunteering?
busy.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, I just saw one of Akshata's talks about 5 things a Salesforce developer should know about MuleSoft or something like that, because it was literally in front of me, so I was able to see it, but I didn't see any of the others. I just wanted to rest.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, cool. And you did a session with Alex, right?
Yes, I was with her. Yeah.
What was the session about?
It was about
AI, right? AI, I feel.
Yes.
It was about, AI. It was about new implementations of Einstein bot with ACB, majorly. And I was just there as a representative of the MuleSoft community to ask Alex and all the other panelists questions. But Alex and Akshata and Hadi were the stars of the sessions. They gave extremely informative sessions and a very great demo about the ins and outs of the new features coming of the ACB. I think all the ABC of ACB.
That's nice. Alex, do we have AI now live that we can use for ACB, or it's still coming soon?
I don't know if it's going to be available in the GA, which is October 16.
Okay.
I am not 100% sure, so I guess we'll see together.
Okay.
If not, it will probably come until February next year, so we'll see. Right.
Okay. And talking about AI, today everyone can think, of how AI is impacting the market and jobs. My question to you, Alex, is what do you think will happen with AI for integration?
I think it's still going to take some years, same as Mule 4. It takes some years to trust a new thing.
True.
But even though I don't think it's going to replace at all our jobs, but I do think that it's going to make them easier. Same as instead of developing with Java, you're developing with MuleSoft. It's a step up. It's kind of gonna be like that, but you are still gonna have to know what you're doing. Because, for example, we saw in some live streams that people were trying to use ChatGPT to generate code, and it wasn't actually performance code. It was very wrong. And it kind of did the job, but it was not perfect. So even though we'll have AI to guide us through some of these things, so maybe we'll have a shorter learning curve because we'll have aids, it's still not going to be good enough because we still have to know what we're doing, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
You still need to learn the basics before implementing anything. Yeah, that's so true.
But
were
then
saying
my
something?
counter question is that right now, since we were there, you started with Mule 3, we started with Mule 4, we went to the depth and basics of all Mule, right? And it's not just about Mule, it's about any coding language. Once AI starts assisting the coding language to better potential, then do you think people will start omitting the basics and it'll be even more difficult to do? I mean, it might actually just render, the brain development in sense of a coder or architect, because then you'll rely more on AI compared to, doing what you do today.
I mean, definitely, because again, for example, I didn't learn how to use, I don't know, assembler. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure people in the 90s had to learn assembler to learn coding. And I'm sure today, maybe you just learn Python, you don't even learn C++, for example.
Right.
Like, a lot of young programmers that I know today don't know what, for example, their reference, what is that name? When you have C++, like from one pointers.
Pointers, yeah, pointers.
Yes, a lot of them don't know what a pointer is, which is like a very basic programming thing. But I mean, it makes sense. They're never gonna use it nowadays, so why even learn it or stuff like that? Like it's eventually gonna be advancing so much that you won't have to learn some basic stuff. Or for example, people doing Mule 4 don't have to know a lot about threading as you did in Mule 3, because in Mule 3 you had to do it manually.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Interesting changes are coming our way.
Right. No, that's true. And I feel like Salesforce is at the forefront of innovation. They are trying to, catch this train, and I'm pretty sure the AI that they are implementing it's going to be super useful for, any person out there using Salesforce instance or MuleSoft. Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, as you know, Alex, like we both are YouTube content creators, and we have seen your content. It's amazing. I wanted to ask you on a personal level, like how you make videos so much for fun, and what made you to decide that, oh, I'm going to go in this route, trying to make videos fun and engaging, and not put like another boring video, right? As we have seen a lot, I guess. So what was your motivation to do that? And because I'm pretty inspired with whatever you do, how you create videos, trying to make it super fun, like making jokes about HTTP status codes and stuff. That was super cool. So what was your inspiration? I wanted to ask you that.
So I normally don't watch videos for content, any type of content. I don't like to watch videos. It's super boring, and I feel like I'm losing my time, because I literally want to know how to do this one thing, and this person keeps talking. I'm like, just tell me how to do this thing. So I keep like going back and forth, because I just want to skip to the result. And I also started thinking, like, how is this like all of the people are? Is this just me that I'm very impatient? And I don't know. And then I started doing my videos. And when I was watching my first video some time ago, I was actually watching my video and I'm like so bored. Like I don't want to watch this. This is so boring. So I just started trying to do every time more engaging. And I took motivation from video game live streamers, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I used to watch a lot of video game live streaming. And they just made it so much fun. Like I didn't even want to play the game anymore. I just wanted to see them playing it because they made it so much fun. So I just started trying to see, like, analyze what they were doing, how they were engaging people. And I'm like, can I do that with technology? Because technology is boring compared to a video game. So how can I make it more fun or more engaging?
Right.
That people spend like 5 hours watching my video as I'm watching these guys just playing 5 hours. And yeah, that's basically my motivation. I try to watch them once in a while to see what can I do differently, or what can I do better.
Nice.
And they do a lot of editing, which I don't, because I don't have the time. But in some of my earlier videos, I was trying to do it because I had more time. And
cool.
They were more fun. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Nice. Which content creator do you watch? Like, who's your favorite gaming content creator?
It's a guy named Markiplier. I watch him a lot. He's so much fun for me. A lot of people don't like him because he's not very good at playing, actually. But that's what makes it fun for me, because he makes so many mistakes while playing, while other live streamers are just like, yes, I know everything. I have to be this way. And they're so intense. And this guy is so silly he looks so dumb doing the thing over and over again. So it's just very funny for me to watch him doing it.
Nice. And what kind of games does he play? Because I'm asking on a personal level, because I'm also a gaming fanatic. I love watching video game content creators. My favorite is Dr. Disrespect, if you have watched him. Oh, he's so cool. Oh, okay. Please, if you want to, please do watch it. He's so funny. I watch him playing video games for like 6-7 hours. So what kind of games do you watch, though?
I like to watch horror games because I cannot play them because I'm scared, but I can watch them.
Okay, nice. That's cool. Perfect. And we also know you're an author too. Do you mind sharing what was the book that you wrote, and for the audience to understand, and they can go and buy from where they can buy the book?
Yeah, it's called MuleSoft for Salesforce developers. It is not only for Salesforce developers. Anyone can follow it because it gives you all of the basics. It's just one chapter that talks about Salesforce, I think, but all of the rest of them are useful for any newbie. You can buy it, I guess in Amazon would be easier, because you can also buy it from pact.com. But I don't know if that's easy or not. I would just say Amazon is better. And yeah, I wrote it with Akshata and with Arul, one of the community members as well.
Nice.
What made you all think to create that book?
They actually reached out to me, I think in 2020 or 2021, I don't remember. Someone from Pact reached out to me in LinkedIn saying like, hey, we want to create a MuleSoft book. Would you be interested? And I was interested, but I think maybe for like 6 months, we were trying to get co-authors, because I said, I'm not doing this alone. This is too much. So I was trying to get co-authors. This person was trying to get co-authors, and we reached out to a lot of people from the community, but no one wanted to, well, it was a lot of time. So no one had the time. No one wanted to commit. So eventually we just let it go. We're like, I'm never going to have a co-author. And then in 2021, Akshata is like, hey, this person reached out to me to write a book. Would you write it with me? And I'm like, nah, that ship has sailed. I tried, I'm done. It's a lot of time. Like, I don't have time. And then she's like, no, but Arul is also gonna write it with us, and it's fine. Like, we just need your help because we don't know how to write and whatever. And I'm like, Akshata, I don't want to. And she just kept insisting until I said yes. And here we are.
Nice. Okay, perfect. And what's the procedure like? Do you need to write multiple drafts, or they do the proofreading? How does that work?
They have teams for everything, but we did have to tell them the names of some MuleSoft experts, other people from the community, to be the reviewers, because they also had to know what we were writing about. So there were so many revisions. We rewrote everything so many times. It was awful. But yes, so we have a schedule for each chapter. First, we have to write the outline, kind of saying how many pages each chapter is going to have, guessing, I guess. And then we actually started writing the chapters. We had a deadline for each chapter. a deadline for a first draft and a deadline for a final draft. So first you're like, okay, I finished this chapter, there you go. And that's the first draft. And then it has a bunch of grammar reviews, and then it has a bunch of technical reviews, and then all of the other authors also have to review it. And then until every single person in the project is happy with it, then it becomes the final final chapter. And after we had the book, like the complete 300, 400 pages book, we had to read it like 5 times, all of it, just to make sure that it was all good, because there were like minor updates that they did, grammar or stuff like that. So we had to reread it and reread it and reread it. So I know it like heart.
Oh God. It's a rigorous process. I think it took you more than like 6-7 months, I guess, to do this, right? The way you're explaining it, it's a very rigorous.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Will you do it again?
Yeah.
No. It was a one-time thing. I did it. It's done.
Okay. Cool.
Would you recommend it for anybody else to do it?
Yeah, if you want to say that you wrote a book, I mean, it feels pretty good to say that you wrote a book, but I wouldn't do it again.
So everybody can try one, and then if they like it, they should try again. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. Now comes the fun part, Alex. That was all tech talk. Now we also want to know, what do you do besides, writing a book, watching, gaming streamers, like doing streams, Twitch streams, helping the community, advocating about MuleSoft. What else do you do besides that? We know you like to play drums. We have seen a sneak peek, I guess, on your Insta profile. And you also like collecting bud ducks. How did you get into those? Tell us about that.
That's because I own a Jeep. So it's a Jeep thing.
Okay.
That you have dogs in your Jeep, and then when you see other Jeeps that are cool, you leave them a dog, and then you keep collecting them. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So it's just like, let's say I buy one duck, I'll give it to you, you will give it to me back. Is that how it works, or no?
No. Like basically, if I'm going to, I don't know, the mall, and I'm parking my car and I see another Jeep, and I'm like, oh, that Jeep is cool. So I will take my dog from my car and go to that other car and leave it at the door. And then eventually they will see it, hopefully.
Oh, nice.
And that's pretty much it.
And what if they don't know about it?
I mean,
they can Google it.
Yeah.
I always feel weird because I'm like, maybe this person doesn't know about the dog, and they're gonna be like, "Who left me a rubber dog? This is weird."
No. And like I've seen a lot of people. It's a community, right? Like they collect ducks of different varieties. Like, can you tell me who's your favorite? What's your favorite duck? Like, what kind of duck do you like?
I don't know. I've liked several, because I also have some arcades near my house that I go, and they have this machine of rubber ducks that they change every once in a while. So I just go to see if there are new ducks, and then I just try to pick them.
Cool.
I don't know. The last ducks that I got had like glitter, and they look pretty cool. I haven't put them in my Instagram, but yeah, they're pretty cool.
Nice.
Outside of that, I think. Sorry?
What's the weirdest duck you've seen?
There are weird dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have one that is like in an owl shape. So it's like an owl or a dog dressed as an owl. I don't know. It's very weird.
Nice.
Oh, do you know we have a store in Montreal which is dedicated to ducks?
Right.
And it's pretty cool. I've been there multiple times. I just go there to watch the ducks. They are in every shape, form: diamond ducks, glitter ducks, stone ducks, wind chimes, ducks, chandeliers.
Avenger ducks too. I have seen Avenger ducks.
Yeah. That's a so pretty cool store. So yeah, you should visit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you visited like Montreal before, or have you been to Montreal?
Yeah, I went first with a project that the client was there, and then I went maybe like 1 day on vacations, because we went to Quebec, but we were driving. So we went by Montreal and then went to Quebec City. But yeah.
Did you like it? Did you enjoy Quebec City?
Oh, yes. I love the poutine. Beautiful, beautiful poutine.
Okay. Oh, yes,
Okay.
yes. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think we have got everything we wanted to cover. Ismi, do you have any other question?
No, I think we have known now. Now I know Alex is my best friend. I know her inside out. I know she collects ducks. I know the next time I'll meet her, I'll get her a weird duck.
That would be cool. Oh, I also asked you about drums, right? You play drums as well. That's so cool. Have you been associated with the band as well?
No, I just started maybe in February.
Okay.
And I'm kind of over that for now. I'm doing baking now.
Baking.
Now I'm learning baking from scratch because I don't know anything about baking. I started in September, so it's been a month learning to bake.
Nice. What are you baking nowadays?
Breads. I don't know. I'm in a class. I go every Wednesday. So we do different breads every class.
That's nice. Wow. I think focaccia is pretty easy to make if you already have a starter.
Yeah, I already did focaccia. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried baking whole wheat breads. That's the only thing I do, and then other than that, I do a lot of cakes.
Yeah.
And
He's a baker. Yeah.
I enjoy cooking, so it's just that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. That's so cool, Alex. Well, thank you so much for joining, first of all. It means a lot because we always thought that you're a great personality, and it's lovely to talk to you again after Dreamforce. Thank you so much for joining, and please subscribe to our channel. Between two mules, we try to make learning fun and try to make content about MuleSoft and much more. So that's the agenda of this channel. Yeah. So I got everything covered. Ismeet, if you have any questions, or Alex, if you have any questions for us, feel free to ask.
No, I'm great. Thank you so much for inviting me. This was fun.